Hello, hello. What's going on, guys? I'm back. It's Liam here, also known as Vibe Check. Back with another video. Okay. The lighting in my room is kind of messed up now, so I might just be dark in this video. Um, yeah, so I've been away for a bit, away from YouTube. Uh, I've been focusing a lot on my game and trying to incorporate a lot more of an exploitative style, which has been very time consuming, but pretty fulfilling so far. So yeah, that's why I haven't really been making videos recently. I'm also really busy. I'm moving at the end of the month to a new apartment, so I've also got that going on. Um, but yeah, so I'm at a bit of an impasse here because I'm incorporating a lot more exploits into my game, but I also need to consider that I don't want anyone who watches these videos and plays against me to know directly how to counter exploit me. Jesus Christ, the lighting. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to tone it down for these videos a little bit and stick a little bit closer to theory. But versus fish, I was always exploiting versus fish. I don't know. I'll see. I'll try and find a good balance. I just started the session. I was just setting up the tables, and I got stacked quads over flush and a 3-bet pot. So we're starting the session on a pretty bad note, but whatever. Let's hop into it. So yeah, not much is new. Just been studying a lot, and yeah, that's basically it. Just folding here, even versus the smaller 3-bet in these positions. All right, we'll call to the small size on table 1, and likely just check folding here. Not much I can do with my hand. Pocket rockets on table 2. We're about to win a stack. Ain't no two ways about it. And just gonna raise on table 1. Oh, something you guys should check if you're playing on stars. If you're marking a short stack, Insta is a fish. Make sure you check to make sure he's not from the UK, because they're having this thing right now where they're having this thing where they can't auto rebuy or something. So winning a stack on the right, just as I predicted, and just folding on the left. I was thinking, so this is a board you definitely can't just get away with range betting, because he's going to have like all these sets at a pretty high frequency, whereas we're not. However, because it's versus a fish, I'm just leaning on the side of him probably not having solid tight ranges like he should, and just going with a range bet strategy instead for a small size, expecting him to overfold under check raise, which clearly didn't work out this time as I anticipated. we'll reopen. Oh, another thing I've been doing is listening to a lot of Portishead. If you guys don't know that band, oh man. Oh man. But yeah, they're stuck in my head. I've been trying to learn them on guitar. They're kind of hard to play, to be honest. Oh, check if he's from the See? This is what I was talking about. This guy, I don't know for sure if he's a fish. Because he's from the UK. His thing just might not be working. So you gotta watch out. There's some imposter fish in these pools. I almost did it right there. Okay, Germany. This guy's just a fish. Okay, so this guy I have marked as a bit spazzy, so I'm just gonna call, even though I rolled super high to increase the likelihood of me getting to play a bot with him. I'm not actually sure why I marked him spazzy, because he looks like he's got pretty decent reg stats. He checks here. I'm just gonna do what my hand wants to do. I think I could check back or bet small. And I think I'm just gonna bet small, bet small. I'm just trying to get called by like something worse than an ace, I guess. Something worse than my hand. So as part of my finding my balance of what kind of exploits I'm gonna expose myself of participating in, I'm not gonna show any notes that I take on people. I just range betting this board. And yeah, versus regs, I'm gonna tone it down a little bit, I think. Not a pure frequency call on table one. I think I might even be... I think I probably should have folded that, actually. Raising on table 2. I just checked the news, and I think with the fish in the big blind, I'm going to call 5s here. Oh my god. What a flop. I'm going to bet small here on table 2. Yeah, I just checked the news, and it turns out what was widely believed to be true, that Jack 10 suited is a 3-bet versus under the gun. Surprisingly, it's actually not. I guess here I'm just going massive. Basically just saying I have a 5 or flush draw, some kind of draw. So now that a lot of my bluffing range just turned into a flush, I don't really have a lot of bluffs anymore. Hopefully this guy doesn't notice that, or he just has a flush himself, or queens. Queens would be nice. But I'm just gonna bet a size that I can still bet a 5 for, to put his like king queen ace queen in a tough spot. Oh my lord. I think I'm just pure jamming this. I don't think I ever want to trap. I don't know what he's raise folding here. He's saying he's like got a flush. I really don't know what he's bluffing with here. I'll call table 2. Talk about sunrun, Jesus Christ. With the weaker player in the big blind, I'm gonna raise a little bit smaller. Unless it's, nope, it's not from the UK. I could check raise my hand here at some frequency. 6 is pretty good for me. Could probably donk. On a 40, I'm still gonna just check my hand though. I kind of like turning my hand into a bluff. Okay, guys, you're about to witness one of these exploit things I'm going for. I think he's going to overfold if I do this jam river. He's also going to have some flush draws that are going to auto-fold, but like even a queen is just hating life when I jam here. I block king queen, I block pocket fours if he has that, so this seems like a pretty decent combo to do it with. Yeah, we might have even just gotten him to fold a queen there right away with his tank. But yeah, I guess these are the kinds of things that I'm trying to look for more often. Versus a fish, I'm also just opening wider in the small blind. Is this one of those imposter fish I was... It is! It's one of those imposter fish I was talking about. Fuck me. You just watched an exploit instantaneously get counter-exploited in real time. That's why you gotta check for these United Kingdom guys, man. I swear. Unreal. Yeah, opening small blind wider. Oh, just opening wider in general versus actual fish, not these imposters. Not only one, because some of them just overfold pre-flop. They don't 3-bet enough. They don't. And then post-flop, they play too passively, so you get to just realize your equity better. All of which are reasons why you can raise wider. Okay, so this sucks. Yeah, this really sucks. I guess I'm just clicking it. This guy can just have draws or like some random spaz. I mean, he's clearly a fish. You can just have like some draws or some random spaz, so... yeah, okay, I don't know what that was. I was not expecting him to fold, but I was expecting to have to side call off to a jam. I don't know, some fish will just do this with 9s or 6s or 3s or something. But some just have like... Yeah, you could have like 8-9, you could have some random flush draw. I don't think I can ever fold jacks. Even with the small blind cold caller going all in, I think I still have to call just because he can have like some 10s or flush draws himself. I can definitely donk this board. I don't think I can donk range though, so I'm just gonna basically split my entire range between like donking like half the time or not, and then with hands that have a preference to donk, like some 6x or 5x or whatever, hands that need protection, then I'll weigh them slightly more in one direction. With some hands that don't really want to donk, if I had like queen 10 of hearts or something, then I would lean it slightly more in the direction of just checking. So I think my hand is going to mix between check raise. Actually, wait, let me just think for a second. Maybe another turn I can donk on. I don't have that much 2x though. Okay, let me talk about this. But I kind of hate my river decision now. So I checked. The first thing I was thinking was I rolled pretty high. So I can definitely check raise at some frequency. I probably should just check raise my hand insta. The thing I was thinking about is like when we're check raising with this like backdoor ace-x flush draw region, we tend to use the weaker ace-x. So like I'd rather use a hand like ace 10 with the ace of clubs. Or lower, but I was thinking that I had more lower ace-x to do it with than I actually do, because this is under the gun versus big blind. I don't have a hand like ace 4 off with the ace of clubs to check raise. So I think my hand is probably check raising it, whatever frequency I rolled. But I don't think I'm folding yet, even versus the big bet with the ace of clubs, although it's not a great spot. Like he's basically just saying he has an overpair when he bets that size on the flop. I'm going to check back table 2. And then on the turn, it's not like we pick up, like we're going to even be folding some 2x, I think, to the big bet. So it's not like we have a huge 2x advantage on the turn over him. We might still just be doing... No, I don't think we are donking on this turn. I'm not sure. I don't know, turn donking is not something that I've really looked too much into, to be frank, and just checking back on table 2. And then on the river, as far as sizings go, I'm either going to be overbetting here or blocking, and I don't think I ever have to... I can bluff anything without showdown value here. So the first thing I was trying to figure out is, does my hand have showdown value? And I don't... It might have some, actually. I probably should have just checked. I think I'm just going to fold here. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I could have replayed the spot, I would either check raise the flop. I would have check raised the flop, or just not bet the river. Yeah, I think I'm just folding out worse when I go this size. That might check back like ace 10. And in theory, he should have some give ups here as well, so he should just be checking back some hands that I'm just ahead of. So I think a bit of a river punt here. I'm going to fold to the 3.5x. Oh yeah, and then this ace 10 hand, I'm just not sure versus that size. It seemed like I was getting a decent price. Maybe I'll check the news again, see if there's any word on what's going on with that. Okay, no, it's a pure fold. Ace jack's a pure fold as well. So yeah, I'm hoping to move up to 200 pretty soon. All my shots have gone pretty poorly there so far. So yeah, I was just trying to hunker down and do a lot of study so that my next shot, when I take it, has a better chance of blasting off. But for now, we're spending another month just to rake back grinding 100 zoom with some 200 normal tables thrown in. So flop, I think we're going to want to be doing some checking on. I think we can also just do a quarter pretty frequently. At 54, I'll just bet my hand. So he'll pick up pocket jacks. He already had ace jack that was ahead. I see no reason to keep betting my hand. Here versus a fish, I'm just going to go like half pot. And he now picks up pocket nines that he might have called the flop with. I guess his bluffs are going to come from things like 4-5. I'm going to bet like 50 again. And I'm going to bet like 25 on the river. What are his bluffs here? I guess he has some backdoor king-queen, maybe. I guess I just have to call with an ace. Maybe this is a spot I can just overfold too. And yeah, just versus a fish, going thin for value. And he had ace-8. Yeah, this is a spot where I think depending on how much this guy overfolds the flop, it's going to be hard for him to find bluffs. Yeah, this spot's pretty close. I think I prefer folding, looking back. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Knowing nothing about this fish, I'm not going to start calling super wide until I get more of an idea if he's like some spazzy fish. Maybe he 3-bets a lot, in which case I don't want to be calling there. If he never 3-bets, in which case I want to be calling there. Versus the 6 big blind raise, I guess I just have to call super wide. It's a flop I can do some donks on in theory. And I don't mind doing that. We just flop more sets. We'll have some 10x that needs some protection. And we're just thinking of like ace-king, ace-queen, king-queen type hands when we're making this bet and trying to make them hate their life, essentially. But this will happen generally when you're out of position on any, in a 3-bet pot, on any board where you can flop 3 sets that he's not going to have at as high of a frequency. Some donking happens. Okay, so as far as sizing here, again, versus a fish, I'm just playing my hand. If my hand is strong enough to go like 75, probably go bigger too. Yeah, he'll still have some queen jack, some random worst queen x, some 10x. And versus the jam, I guess we just call. And unlucky. Hit a king one time. Man. Versus the min raise, I'll call table 2. He's gonna check back a lot of ace x. I'm gonna play this turn as an over better check. I think my hand just wants to check again. Still ahead of some like pocket 5s, pocket 6s, 4x, random 3x, king 3, queen 3 type stuff that he might check back. Now I think on the river my hand is strong enough to block. Kind of, yeah. I'm just gonna go for a quarter, try and get called by some worse pair. Almost feels a little thin. With my kicker, but I honestly don't think it matters that much because I think people are rarely checking back a jack on this flop. So I think king 8 versus the 10 big blinds will call here. Super good flop for the big blind. I expect him to just be betting his range for like a third. So him sizing up a bit is already a little scary. I don't have any notes on this guy, whether or not he just uses the sizing for everything though. He's gonna have some 10x that he was bluffing with that now might check back the turn. So some of our king x is gonna start jamming here. If we had like king queen, king jack's just gonna jam for protection. I think my hand is slightly too weak for that. We're still ahead of some like ace queen, ace jack, jack queen type hands. Jack queen now gets there. I think we're just gonna make a tight fold. He has to follow through with some like suited ace x. Like the thing I'm just considering here is that first of all, like he's got a low 3-bet percentage. People already under 3-bet the big blind, so he's going to be more weighted towards like these strong Broadway type hands already. My hand is almost certainly a pure call in theory. He's got like ace queen, ace 5, ace 4 in the range that he bets, and like does that go 50 on the flop, or is this just like always ace king, king queen, king jack or better? I'm just gonna fold. That's kind of a tilting hand. Maybe even folding the turn is a thing. High frequency 3-bet in theory, but being a little bit shorter, I don't want to 3-bet these suited connectors as much. And I'm just going to go for a small bet, just putting him on a lot of like random ace high when he insta checks back. And I think I'm going to go for like a small bet again. Oh fuck, should have bet there. Time it out. Okay, versus a raise, I think I'm actually going to call this. I was going to say before about the size before I timed out that this can also be like a bit of an inducing thing. Now I guess I'm just going to check back and get to showdown. But I think this can... Never mind. I induced him with kings, guys. In this line, I think what a lot of fish will do is check raise against that like super small bet, or raise against a super small bet with like a lot of random air. And like their range is so wide because they get to the river with so much random air because I bet so small, and they don't fold. I'm gonna open a little bit wider with the big blind being a fish. That they feel like when they get to the river there with like queen 10 of whatever because they called turn, that now the only way they can win the pot to this super small random bet is to raise. Maybe I could be wrong on that thought process. Nines is going to mix between 3-betting and calling. On a 15, I'll call. So big blind's going to have a 6x advantage. This bet doesn't really make sense. Maybe if I wasn't recording here, I would actually just insta-fold. I'm just getting too good of a price with nines. Like, this bet just already feels nutted to me when he bets into two people who both have a range advantage over him. This is a weird spot. I think I'm just folding versus this. I don't think it's really intuitive or easy for him to find bluffs here. Maybe it is, actually. It looks really strong when he bets there. So maybe if people are overfolding. I don't know if the 9 of hearts is overfolding though necessarily to that bet. Man, it's been a while since I talked while playing. I feel like my thoughts are a little bit jumbled. I guess we'll call here. And I guess we'll call on table 1 too, given the price. Another board I can definitely donk on. And I think this is a board that, like I was saying earlier, is going to shift more into the side of wanting to donk. I'm not going to bluff all my complete 0 equity hands, even though I think it's a decent spot to start bluffing, even if it's multi-way. And the jack is just going to be better for the razor too. All right, big hand, table 2. I think we're getting another stack here. I feel it. Oh my god. What did I tell you guys? It's about to happen. saw this guy short stacked on the other table. I don't really know much about him, but maybe he's a little fishy. I'm just gonna range bet this board for a quarter. Really good board for me, I think. So not blocking ace queen or king queen seems like a pretty bad combo to continue bluffing with. So I think I'm just gonna give up. He still has some jack X and 10s that we might be able to get him off of, but yeah, just not blocking the queen X is pretty bad. And I think I'm just gonna fold to this. Okay, he called. I guess I'm just looking at his like sixes through his like pocket pair region when I'm betting here. Checking back also is a consideration. Letting him bluff the river. Be 4-betting at a high frequency here on table 2. And calling off versus a jam, although I'm not super thrilled. And again, with this price on table 1, I think I still have to call. And versus the big bet, I'm not going to do anything crazy with my hand. Raise in table 1. Man, I'm hungry. Never a good idea to play while you're hungry. It's very distracting. Good flop for a small blind calling range. Versus a unknown low sample fish, I am still going to have some checkbacks. Not any snap checks. I think he's got a lot of ace highs. Got a lot of middling pocket pairs. I'm just going to start betting. I think I'm going to bet over bet. This is not a good run up to bluff on. It's maybe the one card I don't want to. But I think I can still get... I mean, we're ahead of some lower pocket pairs now, so I think we do have some showdown value. But I think he has a lot of ace X as well, and do we want to get him to fold an ace? I think we'd have to go pretty big. Yeah, I think I can just get him to fold range if I go this size. Like, yeah, we have some showdown value versus like 5s, 4s, 3s, whatever they got counterfeit. But the rest of his range is just ace X. So why win sometimes, lose sometimes by checking back if I could just win all the time by betting a size that his ace X is going to fold to? Still just not an attractive spot. I could see some fish getting sticky here with ace high is the problem. Alright, I'm gonna go for another 5 minutes and then wrap it up. I think this is actually a fold on a 56 on table 2. These like offsuit King X, Queen X region just do really poorly against the end of the gun's opening range. We're just reversed like all the time. It's probably a setting that I could make the camera adjust better to the light and shit, but I don't know how to do that. Folding versus 3.5 open. So I'll do I'll finish the session and then I'll look in I got GTO Wizard just because it's quicker for me than running a bunch of sims. But we'll look in GTO Wizard at the hands that I tagged, see what the solver is saying in those spots. I need better curtains. The sun is like glaring off of my screen. Check or 3-betting table 1. And high frequency 3-bet on table 2. So you got a cold call, you can have some jacks, some 9s, you could have 10s. You could have queens, you could have ace king. You could have ace queen. Overall, not super thrilled about the spot with my hand. I guess I just want to think about it as like ace jack, ace 10, pocket 8s, pocket 10s, type hands. Versus a check raise, almost tempted to just fold insta. I think him calling is a pretty good outcome. You have some king 10 as well. I think my hand is not strong enough to go for 3. But I think it still benefits from some protection, so I'm going to bet the turn again, and I think check back river. Still just want to bet slightly smaller size. It's going to rope along his like jack X, 10s, queens. But I think I'm just insta-folding there to any aggression. It will definitely depend on the fish too. Like if you have notes on the guy, if he's calling super wide. Like I've seen people call here with like table 2 or table 1. I'm gonna bet often versus the fish. Yeah, I've seen people call here with like king 8 off. Like it really just depends on the fish. Nice turn. So I don't think it makes sense in theory, but I'm just going to go big. Because I think he has a lot of ace X. And where's 5x? Like I think in theory we're not really using an overbet sizing here. We're probably using like 75, something like ace jack, ace 10 or better. We'll call here, and we'll call here, and we'll flop. We didn't even flop one set. I don't know if donking like 10% is stupid here, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just folding table 2. I'm just gonna fold now versus the raise into 3 people. Okay, so I'm gonna sit out next big blind. So raise, snap, check back turn. Raised with ace 9, and this guy had 5-6. Okay. Is ace-8 suited ever a 3-bet cutoff versus MP? It is now. Punished. Alright. Let's pull up GTO Wizard and run over the hands from this session. GTO Wizard. The ultimate all-in-one poker tool. Not sponsored, by the way. Solutions. Okay, let's find our... Okay, the first hand we had was this guy. So we 3-bet ace king, or we 4-bet ace king, get queen jack 4, we bet quarter. So first thing is that I'm pretty sure we can just bet quarter on this board. I don't think we have to do any other sizing strategy. So this was MP versus cutoff, 4-bet, confirm. So we had queen jack 4. Okay, yeah, I think we can just simplify to betting a quarter with our range here. It's splitting between like 4 different sizes, which solvers tend to do in 4-bet pots. Okay, but if we bet a quarter, he calls, and we get the queen of spades. So here I chose to give up, not blocking king queen suited or ace queen suited. Let's see what solver thinks about that. So ace king of spades, so mostly checking, still betting sometimes. Overall our range is, I wish I could see the strategy a bit bigger. Still betting jack X really aggressively. We check. And in game, he went for like a 1/3 size, which is preferred here. And yeah, I guess just mostly built out of, even jack X is going for the 1/3. I guess we're pretty capped in this line. And my hand is indifferent between call or fold. Jamming sometimes too. With my combo, this seems really surprising that I would ever jam with my combo. Double unblocking his queen X. So yeah, I guess an indifferent spot, and we folded. So probably fine. Yeah, just calling jack X. 10x is mixing. So our pairs are mixing. Okay. So not a mistake there. So here this is small blind versus big blind. Oh yeah, this is just a hand I'm gonna send to Jarrett and ask him if this is a good exploit fold. But yeah, I think people are just not finding enough bluffs in these lines. Partly just because it's impossible if he's not 3-betting enough pre-flop. Like, if he just doesn't have bluffs to choose from. Also the half pot sizing on the on a flop that I think a lot of people are just 130 with range is already setting off some alarm bells. Like his bluffs here that I think he could actually have and find in his range are like ace five, ace four. Like some people might even check back ace queen, but I think people would still bluff because they see that they're blocking king queen and queen jack. So like, yeah, having a king is a really good blocker to his value range because we're just blocking hella two pair, hella king X. He just has so much obvious value and so little bluffs to choose from if he's not raising enough or 3-betting enough pre-flop. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. Like, given the price, we don't have to be right that often. So I'm not sure if maybe this was a punt not calling. It feels like it's going to be hard for him to find enough bluffs here. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back. I'll try and post a little more regularly, but I'm going to be pretty busy in the next upcoming little bit. So, yeah. Take care, guys. And, yeah, see you soon.